Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the North American Champions League. I am Sean Ostino. We're going to be doing some play-by-play hosting tonight, and I'm joined by my co-host and color caster, God of Sins.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Got us in here. So pretty much Sean just, introduced us, and we're happy to be here, and we can't wait for these games to start.
Yeah, I'm super excited. We're going to be seeing CozzPVPShaded going up against Infinity Rebirth here, and I've seen some of these guys play on the VIS Challenger League, so it's going to be interesting to see them play here on the NACL tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely CozzPVP and Shaded have made it pretty far in the VIS League, and there's a bit of, competition going on between these two teams because they always tend to meet at the champions, the end of, they tend to meet each other always, and it's always a huge, huge battle. But tonight, there is like a bet going on between this team and the CozzPVP team with Vision, saying if they don't 2-0 them, that they lose the bet.
If they don't 2-0 Infinity Rebirth tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Got a little bit tongue-tied there.
That's gonna be great. It's always fun to have those like friendly rivalries and bets going on between the teams here in the Vainglory community. It keeps it fun, but at the same time competitive. We do see Stan here on the roster. It looks like he is going to be on playing for CozzPVPShaded. Is he somebody different than one of the other players we're going to be having? Or is that
he's a sub. He subs in for them every once in a while. But it looks like we're getting in a draft here. Churnwalker is the first ban coming out from CozzPVPShaded. Interesting ban. I haven't seen too much Churnwalker play, but I guess they just want to be safe and not deal with it. And Blackfeather ban coming out too. Absolutely necessary if you're B side to make sure A side does not get that Blackfeather.
Yeah, from what I hear, this patch, Blackfeather is permaban. He can stick to his targets very, very well. We see Catherine actually picked up for CozzPVPShaded over here, so she's still pretty strong when she comes into the fold. And even though she did get a nerf to her shielding and armor that she picks up from her Captain of the Guard stacks, it's still very useful to have that heroic perk. And now we see Sky here picked up.
Yeah, Sky going into that matchup against Catherine to sort of negate her shielding properties. And we have a Lance coming out definitely for that CC chain, maybe even get a couple stuns, definitely get some roots going on. Definitely a playmaker this patch. He's been the last couple patches, he's been really good, and this patch he's still really good. But I'm interested to see, and the Kestrel comes out, very good top pick laner right now too. Lots of damage coming out. I'm interested to see what B side though comes out to counter that, and I'm very, very interested to see what A side does to finish off their draft.
Yeah, if I'm actually really going to be keeping my eye on Brian here. It looks like he's choosing that Lance, and with Lance, if he can get Echo on him late game, he's going to be really something to fear with echoing Githian walls. And we do see Reza picked up by Stan. Very interesting, because Reza hasn't seen too much success in the competitive meta. And finally, we do see Arden picked up here. This is going to be pretty fascinating. So it looks like this is going to be Brian on a jungle Lance.
Yeah, that's going to be...
Lance. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's definitely going to hurt with those impales. And even the stuns and the Githian walls coming out are going to be doing a lot of damage. I like this Arden pickup, though, however, with the Gauntlet coming out and, his A ability coming out to give the extra speed boost and health boost. It's going to be really, really good for Sky, especially into this Reza and Kestrel pick.
All right, guys, since it looks like we are into the fold here, and it's going to be a really interesting game. Right now my money's on CozzPVPShaded, but you never really know. And this I think what's really throwing a monkey into the wrench is this Reza pickup right now. So that's going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like a little bit of a different rotation coming out here. With Stan just gonna farm the backs. Looks like with Catherine, so they're gonna get that ambient together and XP together. And we do have something I've wanted to see for a very long time is a Lane Arden coming out.
Are you sure it's Elaine Arden though? It could just be that he's picked up that weapon blade just for a little bit of clear, but he could very well still. Yeah, it's kind of tough. It's really tough to say. He has that minion candy that he's holding, so if he actually just popped it, so I feel like he could just be allowing his two carries to just get that experience, that extra experience to hit that level 2 mark in the jungle. It looks like we have an engage here. And looks like they're stun comes out onto Kirienko and he goes down, man. Brian's going really low too, and he is egressing. He needs to get out of there. Healing flask is popped. Reza's doing a lot of damage onto him, but the Vanguard comes in to give him that extra shielding, and he is safe. Looks like School Days Taka and Stan are going to walk away from that one, doing a pretty good trade. 1 kill up in first blood, going over to CozzPVPShaded.
Yeah, and they're also going to get, looks like they're going to get that middle treant there, get definitely a lot of gold, 136 gold. That's definitely a huge chunk early game coming out. You know, I think B-side, they had the right idea to get aggressive, but they just did not play that well. And Reza and Catherine definitely punished getting that middle treant and first blood.
Yeah, something we should mention too is that this is on patch 2.9, so a lot has actually changed here, including the base health of a lot of these heroes has actually gone up really high, and and what is actually compensated with that, we've actually had a reduction in the shielding and armor for every hero as well as they do scale up. That's going to make for some interesting gameplay. It's going to also allow so that a lot of heroes do have more sustain and are not just deleted from the fold during a lot of these team fights. Like we do see some heroes just go into team fights, especially on patch 2.8 and above or below. Oh, looks like we do have Kirienko going low again, taken out 2-0 now for CozzPVPShaded. Looking pretty grim here for them, and it's looking good for CozzPVPShaded.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. They're just playing right. Looks like Kestrel might. No, I was gonna pop that. Arden just going in for that.
Yeah, he gets stunned up there, and he's going to have to back out a little bit. Brian, he's going super low. He needs to get out of that tri-bush there. And he goes down as well. 3-0 now with a 1.1 thousand gold lead. About 1,000 gold lead for CozzPVPShaded. Oh, man. And look at this. Snipers. He's going a little bit overextended there, and he's pinned down. Another stun comes out onto him. He's going to have to Vanguard himself to get back under his turret. And man, he's going to have to recall and get home.
So something I want to point out here is we do have a Roam Sky, it looks like, coming out, and that will be Elaine Arden.
Oh my gosh. Thanks for pointing that out, man, because this is going to be a very interesting game. Oh, wow. If they can pull off the same kind of stuff that we've been seeing Cloud9 do with Sky, you know, just to be able to zone out people with those deaths from above, that would be really fascinating to see. But I don't know if it's going to have the same kind of success, because we see them at a 3-0 deficit right now.
Yeah, definitely. They need to, you know, get a lot of those CC chains they have off and their potential kits, you know, from the Githian Wall to the Arden Gauntlet to the Death from Above from Sky. You know, if they can at least get 2 of those 3 stuns off at the same time, I think they have a really good chance of winning the fights. But, you know, going on from that, Roam Sky...
And towards an aftershock for this Reza here. He's got Stormguard banner, so that's going to allow him to clear out that jungle a little bit easier, get that experience, farm up a lot quicker. And we do see, oh, there goes a stun onto onto Kaz. Oh my goodness, Kurienko going so low. He's able to get that Vanguard and get out of there. Brian chunked down a little bit there in that mustache bush. There's quite a bit of aggression here. Oh, dangerously low, thanks to that troublemaker popped by Stan. And looks like they're going to be able to siege this turret a little bit here. Kaz doing tons of damage. That turret is going pretty low. And looks like they're just going to go ahead and back off here.
Yeah, A side definitely with, with the Kestrel coming out and the Reza coming out, they do have a lot of potential damage, from a couple glimmer shots to even, 1A from coming out from Reza can do a lot of damage. And especially with the changes to Stormguard. Stormguard actually gives bleed damage now, too.
Oh, that's a pretty big difference. I haven't gotten that far into reviewing the update notes, but if Stormguard gives bleed now, that's pretty fascinating. So it's able to apply mortal wounds as well?
No, it's just a damage over time, not mortal wounds itself.
Oh, it's a damage over time. Okay, so it doesn't reduce the healing, but it gives damage over time. That's
yes. Yeah, and early game that hurts. That hurts a lot. Early game.
Yeah, looks like he's actually picked up that aftershock, so he's going to be able to do some good damage. Blast Tremor comes out, and they're able to capitalize on it. Kurienko goes low. Brian gets deleted from the fold. One shot, one kill connects onto Kurienko. He's forced to back off. Snipers backing off a little bit. He's down to half health as well. And we have some siege potential coming out here. Looks like this turret's going to be going down. School Days Taka going pretty deep here, but that turret's destroyed, so they're just going to have to rotate down and take advantage of this situation, clear out that jungle. Really smartly done, well done play from CozzPVPShaded here.
Yeah, absolutely. They're playing to their comp really well. With that Kestrel, especially early game, hurts a lot before you can get armor, and even late game, she hurts. So all game she just hurts, but they're just pushing that turret, especially with B side. Not really having any poke besides the Sky, and the Sky not really having any crystal power is not gonna do a whole lot for damage up front. The only thing she really has that I believe that's really useful in her kit is the stun.
Gauntlet comes down. We're having everybody get bounced around inside there, but that Kestrel's going really low. Kaz deleted from the fold. Brian's going low as well. Lance is gone, taken out, double kill onto this Reza. Stan doing some work. He's got 3 kills to his name, and they're just going to continue to chase down snipers. Scorcher onto him, applying that fire starter. Blast Tremor comes out. He's not going anywhere, and he is deleted with a kiting Scorcher. And looks like they're just going to go ahead and rotate down, clear out this jungle. But 2 of the members of Infinity Rebirth are back, and Taka's caught out of position. Looks like he's running away, though. He's going to be able to get out of trouble. Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, definitely.
The aggression that still continues. Brian's going so low. Now he's caught out of position. 3 members of CozzPVPShaded take him out. Kurienko down to about half health, sitting in that bush over there. And it looks like Snipers is just going to go ahead and clear this wave. Not the best for clearing wave, Arden is.
No, definitely not. His only real damage coming out, as far as ability damage, is going to be somewhat from the Gauntlet and his B. And, for going up against a Kestrel, you kind of need that poke against a Kestrel. Otherwise, he's just going to sit there all day and poke you down. And, they looks like, Snipers and Kurienko and Brya had a good engagement up there when they were trying to push their lane up into that turret, but they just didn't execute it to their full potential. And they need to start doing that so they can come back in gold, get back some map potential. Otherwise, CozzPVPShaded are just gonna snowball this game.
They are snowballing it pretty well right now, God of Sins. We're sitting at 3,000 gold lead, which is not insurmountable. They have 8-1 right now in their kills. 10 minutes into the game, these minions are just going to push up under that turret, and it looks like Sniper's going to clear that thing out. But we do have them turning their attention to the gold miner here to see CozzPVPShaded really whittling that thing down. And it looks like that's going to be uncontested pretty much. An immense gold payout going over to them. Impale comes down, misses. Blaststormer comes out, silences 3 members of Infinity Rebirth. And Kurienko taken out, man. Deleted from the fold. Gauntlet comes in, is able to trap Cozz, and still, oh my goodness, Brian is taken out. That is an ace going over to CozzPVPShaded, and they're going to take the Crystal Sentry as their reward. What is going on here?
Well, I'll tell you what's going on here, Sean, is that A-Side is definitely flexing their muscles, saying, hey, we are the strongest team here. We're going to execute our comps the best that we can, and they are. You know, School Days Taka throwing out echoes. Looks like we have a little bit of engage coming out.
Yeah, Brian is just deleted easily, and that tanky lance is no he's no friend of CozzPVPShaded, so they're just going to take him out. They're continuing to siege this turret pretty well. I'm really liking the way that Stan is handling himself with this Reza. He's actually able to apply those fire starter perks to do that extra bonus damage whenever he hits those troublemakers. And that in company with the Aftershock is doing so much damage. He is going pretty low on energy here, so he may have to get some regens or recall home. But these are some really good team fights going the way of CozzPVPShaded over and over again, and they're capitalizing on everything.
Yeah, something interesting I want to point out here. From the span of 10 minutes, when they were 3,000 ahead, which was CozzPVPShaded, they are now a total of 6,000 ahead in that span of 2.5 minutes, which is pretty insane to go up 3,000 more gold in 2 minutes.
Oh my goodness, the cooldown on that Merciless Pursuit is just so low. Gauntlet comes down, roots Cozz, and he's taking a bit of damage, but we do see Kurienko outside of the fight kiting. Sniper's going so low, but so is Cozz. Oh, the weapon power Arden takes out Cozz, but he falls as well. Kurienko kiting backwards. Ridiculousness coming out of Stan on this Reza. And School Days Taka getting the kill there on that Sky. Captain trades, takes out the captain. This Crystal Sentry is going to be going down as well. What a team fight, man. And this turret's surely going down as well.
Wow, yeah, definitely A-Side. Just proving my point, flexing their muscles, showing B-Side who's boss. You know, they're definitely executing very well. Kestrel's surviving so long in these fights, and by the time B-Side kills them, they're already so low that Reza just comes in and cleans them all up.
Yeah, that's a great thing about Reza. He's actually getting stunned up at the moment, which is not looking too good for him. He's going to have to back off, uses his Netherform detonator to reposition, doing some serious damage, but he's hurt. Taken out by Brian, but Brian's taken out by the Kestrel. And Kurienko stunned up. Double kill for that Kestrel. Cozz hunting down Sniper. Where's he going? Glimmer shots connecting, but not too significant damage. He's just going to have to, they're just going to have to hunt him down. It looks like he's pincered in here. We just have School Days Taka following him, providing that vision. Ooh, a defensive gauntlet to get away. Will he be able to get out in time, though? I don't think so. He's getting melted by these Glimmer shots. He's just going to have to back off. Those stuns doing the work. Finished up by.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate, for Infinity Rebirth there. I definitely believe he should not have. Looks like we do have another little bit of engagement coming out.
Yeah, that Crystal Sentry's actually taken out as well. And Kurienko going pretty low on this Sky here, not able to kite backwards and provide much CC. Cozz doing a lot of work here on this Kestrel as well. He's sitting at... Whoa! Did he steal that They steal that away? That was interesting. The Kraken is awakened now. 15 minutes into the game here, we have 19-3 here for the side of CozzPVPShaded. This team coming in for the NACL is just doing tons of work here. And they're taking this Kraken so fast now, melting her down. She's going to be on the leash in a quick second. And we have Brian going very low as well. But Netherform Detonator comes out, deletes him from the fold. Snipers running backwards, silenced by a Blast Tremor. It's getting some work done on him. Troublemaker just allowing them stand to continue to kite so well on this resin, but he's forced to back off a little bit due to the death from above. Kraken is on the leash now, and Kraken is much stronger this patch. She's going to be able to stay on the leash for a much longer amount of time because she has a higher base health now once you're able to capture her.
Yeah, definitely.
Things are not looking good here, God of Sins. Snipers going very low with his weapon power. Arden. We have Brian stand up as well. He's got an attack slow from that Atlas Pauldron. They're going to have to do something here if they're going to be able to defend, but it's not looking good. Brian goes down 30 seconds on that death timer. Sniper is taken out as well, but he also takes out the main damage dealer, Cozz. The School Day Taka. Stunning up, doing everything that he can to keep the other captain occupied. And but he's taken out as well. Kurienko's going down. This game is going over to CozzPVPShaded. Game 1 going their way in 16 minutes 40 seconds. Really well done here. What went right for them, God of Sins?
Well, I'll tell you what went right for them, Sean. A-side, just what their abilities are meant for. They're meant for poking from the Kestrel. The Catherine was definitely made for peeling. Or even, I saw a lot of times coming out too, is a stun coming out, and then Kestrel will just fire her glimmer shots, and then you're dead. That's it. You're just dead. And, based off of, Cozz's build, that's all he was going to do is delete you. The double tornado trigger, Tyrant's Monocle, and a Sorrow Blade, he was hitting for like 650 damage a pop, like each auto. And then his glimmer shots, 700-800 damage at times. You're just gonna get deleted unless you delete him. And with B-side, I felt like they had a chance if they just executed their comp properly. With the Gauntlet and then the Githian Walls, Impales, and then the Death from Above coming out from Sky. But every time they only had about 2 engages like that, and every time it happened, they never really got a stun off. And that definitely cost them the game, I feel like.
A very strong showing from CozzPVPShaded. We're going to go ahead and throw it back over to, let's go ahead and look at it. We got CozzPVPShaded here, 1-0 right now in the series so far. And we're going to be going into the next game, getting into the draft pretty soon, as soon as everybody's ready. But it was a really strong showing, man. And I'm excited for game number 2 coming up.
I am too, absolutely. I'm excited to see some new bands, some new drafts come out, and this could be the game. This is match point if they win the bet or not, which is going to be really interesting to see if Infinity Rebirth after that, I would say a pretty devastating loss, come back from that.
Yeah,
and we do have a.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, we do have a Black Feather band coming out here. Looks like Infinity Rebirth doesn't even want to have that option on the board. Kind of iffy. I felt like they should have tried the first picket, but just want to play it safe overall. Catherine band coming out. Interesting to see what they're going to pull out that they would need a Catherine band. Probably another Kestrel here coming out. I would definitely believe. And Arden for Infinity Rebirth. Arden is really, really good this patch, especially with the health buffs and his Vanguard being buffed too. I definitely think that is a strong roam to pick up.
Yeah, I agree. Arden's always a pretty solid roam to pick up. And what's good about choosing him too is it doesn't necessarily give away your entire composition. Same thing with the Lyra here. Lyra's going to be good because she can actually limit Arden's mobility, especially with a lot of his abilities. Having mobility, he's able to jump with his Vanguard, to jump with his Gauntlet, his Blood for Blood. That's going to inhibit him a little bit. And if they choose any other mobility-based attacks or dives, the bulwark is going to be really essential to that. And it looks like we have a Vox here coming out for the side of CozzPVPShaded.
Yeah, definitely. I think Vox is a good pick with the Lyra to help keep that sustain up at all times throughout the game. Infinity Rebirth here looks like they're hovering over this Kestrel pick. Not really sure. They do pick up the Kestrel. They're going to look for that deletion. It's going to be very interesting to see B side how they play against this. I feel like a portal and then Bulwark coming out might be a really, really good idea to engage on the Kestrel. But let's see what's Infinity Rebirth uses their draft to round out their team comp.
Looks like they're picking up that Alpha. Alpha's supposed to be pretty strong this patch, actually. And Weapon Power Alpha is viable, especially with Spell Sword and the buffs that she's actually increased this patch. So could still be a flex pick. You know, we could still see a CP Alpha, or and then with Kestrel, we could see a Weapon Power or CP. I'm not sure what we're going to be seeing here quite yet. Looks like we do have a Rhyme picked up over here for CozzPVPShaded. That's going to be interesting too, and it looks like he's going to be jungling for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is definitely. I think B side definitely won draft with the Lyra for the sustain, and the Rhyme is going to be a menace to Alpha. But then again, with Alpha's new buffs, if they play it correctly, and I feel like if Kestrel is there when they engage onto Rhyme, you know, they definitely can pull it off. However, with the Vox coming out, and, you know, I'm definitely probably going to see some mortar wounds from a poison shift come out, and they either wait for it from the silence. It's definitely, you know, I definitely think B-side won this comp. I definitely think CozzPVPShaded, especially after that last showing in the game, are going to pull this off.
Yeah, well, we're definitely going to see. And if they get that 2-0 in this series, it's going to be CozzPVPShaded winning that bet. So that'll be fun for them, and that'll be fun for us to talk.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A little bit of a patch to or up that. It's
a little bit of
now
voice communications, which.
Oh, say that again. Sorry.
Oh, you were cutting out a little bit there. I don't know if that was me.
Oh, it may have been me. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I am having a little bit of an issue with my Discord at times. But yeah, it looks like we're going to see Stan and School Days Taka starting up this Elder Treant. It's going pretty low. And, oh, who got that there? It looks like Stan actually, or yeah, it looks like Stan got it. Brian's going pretty low, and it's actually getting hit by those Winter Spires here. Will he be able to get out of there? No, he's gone through the Infinite Reboot, but looks like he may be. Oh no, he's able to recover, and he's gonna back off and get out. Nope, actually, Rhyme takes out the Alpha. Looks like we're gonna have Kirienko next on the chopping block. Rhyme takes out Kirienko. Really well done. This Rhyme is coming out swinging here. Stan doing a lot of work, and they're going to be able to invade this jungle and just try to steal away these back camps here. Another successful steal for CozzPVPTrinity. And they know when they've had enough, they're getting out of dodge. Healing flasks are popped by Cozz. It looks like he's in a little bit of trouble. He needs to Sonic Zoom away. Sigil popped, gives him that extra burst of speed he needs to get out of there. School Days Taka throws down that bulwark. Is able to slow up the members of Infinity Rebirth. And it looks like they're falling back into their own jungle here. But Kirienko, he's still on the prowl, and Infinity Rebirth, they're trying to do some counter jungling of their own here.
Yeah, they will manage to take that middle heal and that bottom treant to kind of mitigate some of the gold they did steal from the jungle. But it's very interesting. 2 minutes and 45 seconds into this game, and CozzPVP and Shaded are already up 1,000 gold.
Yeah, they're definitely up over 1,000 gold now. It's still pretty early in the game, so it could swing the other way. But yeah, we do see them backporting, picking up some items. We have a minion candy actually being held by Cozz. It's going to probably allow him to push up the wave if necessary later on. Get those minions a little bit beefier there in the lane, or they could use it in the jungle later on if they happen to skirmish a little bit in the jungle. Stan doing a little bit of counter jungling. There is some vision coming out for the side of Infinity Rebirth. They're in the jungle. I don't think they want to get invaded again, God of Sins.
No, they definitely don't, especially with, CozzPVPShaded having some gold lead already and some pressure. Look at that. They're just going to go up there into that lane and put some pressure down.
Yeah, this wave is getting pushed up pretty well for the side of CozzPVPShaded. They're sieging this turret now. Winter Spires are being thrown out. School Days Taka going a little bit low, but he's just going to go back and heal everybody up with those Imperial Sigils.
Yeah, looks like Rhyme is going in here on the alpha.
Yeah, and it looks like he's got that fortified health from his damage that he's been doing thanks to his heroic perk, Frost Guard rather. And he's just going to go ahead and back up a little bit. School Days Taka and Kaz doing a little bit of pressure on this turret, a little bit of chip damage onto there. But yeah, it looks like they're going to opt for just continuing to push their minions up under this wave. But it's a 2v3 situation right now in the lane, so looks like they're going to go ahead and back off.
Yeah, definitely. I want to take a second, though, to look at School Days Taka's build. He went double O-Cart here. Definitely for that early sustain. We saw it was about 250, 300 from his Imperial Sigils from that burst heal. So definitely, doing a lot of work this early game. I'm interested to see where he's going to potentially go with them, and he can go practically, War Treads, even Crucible into him, which might be the case. But for this early game, he looks like he's just gonna keep that sustain up for Vox to keep that lane pressure up.
Stan is caught out a little bit here. You raise a really good point. I want to bring it up after this team fight. Oh, Valkyrie comes down, and Brian hurt something fierce. Infinite Reboot is not going to save him. Snipers is next on the list as he's backing up, but he's not going to be able to make it out of that mustache bush. Kurienko running into the bush, but it looks like School Days Taka and Stan going to give him a little bit of a poke. And now Stan's going to clear out this jungle with the help of School Days Taka. And they're going to be able to take this Crystal Sentry down, perhaps. Yeah, it looks like Stan's going to be able to tank it up pretty well. You raise an interesting point with the double Dragon's Heart there on School Days Taka. He could be going for that one play style which we've actually seen on Flash X and some other captains in the Vainglory 8, where they actually opt for getting Crucible first, as opposed to, or actually he does have Fountain now, but increasing that base health for Lyra does increase her healing as a part of one of the perks she has built into her kit. So that allows a lot more burst heal out of those Imperial Sigils, which is very good. And sustain, as you know, is very important in the past two patches here in Vainglory.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially with the health being buffed in this patch, and armor being reduced and whatnot, sustain definitely helps out a lot. Looks like they will take this first tier turret here.
Yes, they're taking it, but Stan is taking a lot of damage in return, and he's just going to have to back off. Kaz jumping in, to bursting down Kurienko. He's going dangerously low. That Bulwark comes out, able to slow up the members, and Sniper's taken out, deleted from the fold thanks to this Rhyme here. Valkyrie doing so much work. Actually, he has that Dragon's Eye new item here, new CP item picked up. And that's going to be able to do a lot of work here on this Rhyme. Do you have, well, there's a root coming out actually. Kurienko and Brian just continuing to cower under their turret, but they were actually able to defend it pretty well, and it looks like the members of CozzPVPShaded are backing off. Tell me about the Dragon's Eye item. Do you know much more about it, God of Sins, than I do?
Maybe if you read the patch notes more, you would know all about it. But yeah, no, it's a very good item, this patch. Definitely with CP heroes, it's probably one of the top, builds to pick up. in like every build imaginable. You know, I think it's, if I'm remembering correctly off the top of my head, around 85 crystal power, just base crystal power when you pick it up. And then it increases by increases 20% of your, well, it adds 20 crystal power to every time you damage an enemy hero, up to 9 stacks, I believe. So definitely does, or 5 stacks, sorry. Definitely does a lot of damage, especially early game too, with this rhyme and the fortified health.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like they're gonna do a little poke on this gold miner here, but it looks like they're not willing to commit to it since it's a 2v3 right now in the jungle. Do see them. Oh, they engage from the bright bulwark. Oh my goodness! Stan gets hit by that active camo, but and the gauntlet comes down. Everybody's going so low, blinking health bars across the board. Rhyme takes out that Kestrel. Vox taking out the Alpha, and it looks like it's a really good trade for CozzPVP Trinia, and they're now hunting down Kurienko a little bit. Crystal Sentry is going down to half health, and it looks like Stan is going to be able to take that out. 1 life remaining on this Crystal Sentry. Things are looking pretty grim here for the side of Infinity Rebirth. Once again, a lot of siege coming onto this turret, and this thing is going down in a 2v3 situation here. Bulwark, really good defensive bulwark, comes down, and School Days Taka still in aggressing, but Cozz does lose his life, and he's gonna have to respawn at base. But Stan in the middle of the fight, 1v3ing the roots onto Kurienko. Imperial Sigil healing and damaging at the same time. And it looks like we're just gonna have Infinity Rebirth just fall back under their own turret because they just can't handle this rhyme here.
Yeah, this rhyme is just doing so much work, especially with the Eve and the sustain, and then School Days Taka with her Imperial Sigils coming out are just the sustain. They can't do anything against it. They're not putting out enough damage, and they just don't have the defense to sit there and try to out contest them. And remember at 12.5 minutes last game, how they were up 6,000 ahead? Now they're up almost 7,000 ahead, and it's 2 minutes less. We do have an engage coming out here by Goldenmine.
Yeah, Brian comes in, throws down that termination protocol, but he's not able to sustain. He gets taken out easily. Perhaps a little bit premature on that termination protocol there. School Days Taka providing that healing that CozzPVP Trinity, so PvPShaded rather, needs. And looks like Stan rooting down Kurienko. Not able to go too far because he keeps getting kited. There's so much slow coming out from him. The slows are just so robust, but he's able to fall back, thankfully. Cozz getting a little bit of damage on him, but Fountain does come out. Fountain has been nerfed a little bit, and there's a longer timer on that. Stan taking a lot of damage, though. He's able to retreat thanks to that fortified health, man. But he's being hunted down, and he gets taken out. He is shut down. 5, 1, and 3 on this rhyme. He was just doing so much work with this this Dragon's Eye ring, that Eve of Harvest. He was virtually unstoppable for the last 12 minutes of this game, God of Sins.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just been running him over, and then looks like we do have engagement.
Yeah, Bulwark comes down, is able to save Cozz's life. He does pop a minion candy, getting those minions a little bit tankier so he can push this wave up more. 1 shot, 1 kill, does not connect. And Cozz just going to continue aggressing, doing so much attack speed damage, and he takes out Kurienko. Brian, termination protocol is popped, and he is able to kill Cozz. He's just going to have to reboot there in the lane. School Days Taka throws down a minion candy as he aggresses back into his own jungle. What went well there for Infinity Rebirth, God of Sins?
Well, I can tell you what didn't go well for Cozz there. He just overstayed too long. However, for Infinity Rebirth, they just kept engaging, and they have Fountain and Crucible up for that fight. So they kind of baited Cozz in and School Days Taka, and as soon as they did, they just popped the fountain and then re-engaged, and they ended up getting the kill off of Cozz, which is actually probably around 600 gold right now.
Bulwark comes down. Good engage from School Days Taka and the side of CozzPVPShaded. They're able to separate Sniper from the rest of the group and take him out. Now it's down to a 3v2 situation here on the Fold, but it looks like Infinity Rebirth are going to have to port back to base. I'm going to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. That Snipers there just got caught out from. It looks like Sean's having a little bit of issues, but yeah, Snipers just got caught out there from the Lyra. You know, a little bit overextension too. Do you have an engage coming out here?
Yes, we do. And it looks like the Bulwark comes down. School Days Taka falls back a little bit. Cozz, really good burst till 692. He's able to sustain, continue doing damage, throwing out those auto attacks. Kurienko going very low, absorbing all the damage. The active camo track stuns up. Cozz still falling back, hitting up this infinite rebooted alpha double kill for Cozz. And the Kurienko is just going to fall back. And this turret, choke point turrets, going down to the side of CozzPVPShaded with not aced, but minion candied minions coming into the base. Still pretty low. Oh, that Vanguard takes them all out pretty quickly.
Yeah, definitely. B-side now, especially with Cozz having 3 damage items. Looks like he's working on a 4th. Probably another tornado trigger. And their Bulwark does come out here.
Yeah, Cozz is kiting backwards, just doing so much damage onto Brian. Brian's going to have to fall back, do some damage rotation there. Kurienko is next on the list. Cozz going so deep, and he's able to get another double kill. Taking out triple kill. It's an ace, and this game is going over 2-0 fashion. CozzPVPShaded are winning their bet with Vision Gaming and continuing their march here on the NACL.
Oh, wow. Great game for CozzPVPShaded there. You know, not so great for Infinity Rebirth. 3 kills to Cozz and, you know, Cozz's team, 15 kills. You know, they just couldn't last long enough, and they were just constantly pressured. You know, the Rhyme steamrolled the alpha in jungle, and that caused a lot of gold deficit going over, and a lot of damage too going over to alpha, because he just had to build that defense to try to get that Atlas and, you know, to try to sustain against the Rhyme, and it just wouldn't work. And then Kestrel just trying to keep the same DPS, if not out DPS, Cozz there on the Vox. He had to go no defense, and, you know, no defense means you get one tapped by pretty much everything, you know, at 15 minutes in the game. And Shaded doing an absolute great job, I believe, onto this Lyra with his burst heals and just his build in general. Just make sure to out-sustain the enemy team, and he kept that up the whole game. So great job on him.
Yeah, he definitely kept himself alive for sure. 0 deaths on this Lyra here. Only 3 deaths in total for CozzPVPShaded. Really well done, and I'm excited to see them continue to aggress and win in the future. God of Stins.
Yeah, absolutely. I am too. I'm excited to see when they do hit that last game in the NAC, the North America Championship League. I'm excited to see their last game, and I do believe they will make it to the final round, the finals, and I'm excited to see who they'll play against too.
Yeah, I as well. Thank you guys so much for having me here.